What's up, guys? How are we doing tonight? So, tonight I wanted to talk about these so-called Republican and Democratic parties that are supposed to represent us, but in reality, they just end up bickering back and forth, trying to find out, just trying to make each other feel bad. You know, I've noticed a lot that lately I don't take sides, whether it's dependent or it is Republican or it's Democratic or it's, I guess, extremist or anything. I don't take any sides. It's one great thing that I love is the ability to not take sides if I don't choose to. One thing is irritating, though, is I have to follow conservative news outlets, Republican, Democratic, Black Lives Matter, just all of these different types of outlets to try and piece together any semblance of any sort of relative information. And I know, and you probably know, that that is very irritating to go on there, and after a while, if you really are paying attention, you'll notice that neither side is really interested in presenting any kind of relevant news or information to you. And it's a good thing that you have to go out and find the information yourself, but then again, that's what they're supposed to be there for, is to show you what exactly is going on. That's what they're supposed to do, but instead, we get these two parties that are sitting there bickering at each other like it's some sort of high school debate team. And I can't go on there without even seeing this, just go on there for 10 seconds and not see an article, that looks promising, but just ends up focusing on taking pot shots at another party. I don't want to see that. When I go to see, I want to know, I want to know what's going on. I want to go on there and I want to see what exactly is going on. Like Trump just launched 59 Tomahawk missiles at a Syrian airbase for using chemicals. Of course, that's what they say they believe is going on. They've seen different graphs of where the explosions were and where the planes from the Syrian airbase were, and they're saying that those planes were in the same area as the chemical attacks around the same time that the chemical attacks took place. That should be very easy information to procure, right? Well, it wasn't. I had to go to several different news outlets just to find that little tidbit, and we still don't know if that's what's going on. And the reason it's important that they're just bickering and constantly fighting and whining to each other, Democrats, Obama did this, or Trump's doing this because Bush did this, and Russia's in love with them, and it's all this crazy love triangle. Each one's behind the other one, turned over with their ass to the wall. And it's so annoying because it's important. What's going on in the world today. 80 years ago, this bickering would have been fine. Before we had such a profound effect on the world, and before the world had such a profound effect on us. But that isn't the case. We do have a very large and varying effect on the different economies and political structures of the world. And I feel, as an American citizen, that it is very important to know how we are affecting these other countries and how it may affect us, the way we live. People complain a lot about how bad things are, but things could honestly get a lot worse. As Americans, the worst of us has it much better than some of the other places in the world. And most people don't know that because news outlets aren't trying to present the information properly. Russia have pretty big ties with Syria, and this doesn't seem to be a relevant factor in the eyes of the Democratic and Republican parties, or the news outlets that cover and support each party. Like I said, they're just bickering at each other, when really they should only be enemies every 4 years. Every 4 years, it's understandable because they have to get their nominee out there. They have to make sure that we want to vote for their person over the other person. After that's all said and done, though, they should be working together. I should go on there. It should take me 10 minutes at the most to find an article about any kind of escalated relations with Russia or Syria. How many people can say that they knew that Trump was going to launch the missiles, or that there was even a chemical attack? And I just want to say to the different parties out there and the news outlets that cover them and the different even Facebook pages and whatnot, I will continue this topic at a later time, but I think that's all today. This is enough for today. I just want to say to you, try looking at it from our perspective, because you are having an effect when you choose to take pot shots at other politicians rather than give us a full news story. Just remember, you are affecting the way we see the world and the actions that we do take, the way we look at current events. You are affecting us most. You may have the whole story, but we don't. Okay, and more people are more likely to go and just believe a bunch of memes they see on the internet before they go and research, for 30, 45 minutes. It is important to Americans, but making it difficult for Americans to get the information by bickering endlessly is not helping anything. Okay, thank you everybody for listening and watching. I hope you have a wonderful night.